Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. With the new G League Pathway program, some say that the NBA is competing now with college hoops for top high school players. G League President Sharif Abdur-Rahim said, "I don't think so. This is an opportunity for unique talents, a select group that are tracking toward the NBA. It's a different model from college. Guys, we'll see how this works out in the years to come."
DA, thanks a lot. A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the small forward spot. And for the Raptors, Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. Aaron Baines out there with Anunoby, and it's Powell in at the 3. Well, we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin. It really can depend on how difficult or complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
Now here's Van Vliet. And that one, good.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Lowry against Fournier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, it was a career year for Evan Fournier, just at the right time. Opted out of his player option over the summer, and he was a free agent.
And Fournier proved that he can put up numbers. Aggressive looking to create with the ball in his hands. This team got a great weapon signing Fournier.
The first free throw is good.
And it was a strong year for Evan Fournier. Career highs for him in several categories.
Greg, I like his game. I mean, he's got really nice size. He's highly skilled, plays at a comfortable pace. There's a lot to like about what's in his package. And, you know, he's one of those guys that seems like he's been around forever, and yet he's just now entering the prime of his career. That's scary for opponents. Out of France, the sharp-shooting Fournier, an important player to this team because of his scoring ability.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now Fultz. His last outing, 16 points for him. Vucevic against Baines. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Vucevic missing. Three-pointer, Lowry. Orlando grabs the miss. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
You know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Now, here's Fultz. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Lowry, and it's sent back by Isaac.
What a wingspan Isaac has. I mean, this guy is incredible at denying shots, and he loves to do it.
Anunoby with it, and it's Gordon picking him up, and stolen by Gordon. Powell against Isaac. Powell pulls it in,
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Sweet little floater. Van Vliet's got 7.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
It's Fournier on the wing. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Like to see Fournier drawing contact on his shots. I mean, he's a crafty player who gives defenses a lot of problems.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The first one falls. Chris Boucher's checked in for Aaron Baines. And so Fournier nails both of them. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Lowry up top. He's guarded by Fournier. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Defense getting too close. Lowry has that instinct to read what's happening. Takes the shot there into the contact.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And Kyle Lowry drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Outside Fournier. Oh, that's blocked. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
On defense, Toronto. Vucevic finds Fournier. To the paint. Powell with the steal. And here we go. Van Vliet heading to the hoop. It's rebounded by Fultz. The Magic trail by 5. Passes it to Gordon. Shoots over Anunoby. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Raptors have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Trips down the breakaway slam.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
And here's Fultz. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And finished off by Fultz.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's Van Vliet. After the Magic pick up 2. Pass to Anunoby. Outside Lowry. And it's sent back by Isaac. And they'll keep possession. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Toronto called for the foul.
And, you know, right now for me, it's all about confidence as it relates to Isaac. I mean, this guy has the tools to be special. I think he just needs to be more consistent.
First one falls for him. That one is no good. Raptors leading by 4. Here's Van Vliet. Lowry for 3. Orlando grabs the miss.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Isaac finds Fournier. Back to Isaac from deep. Another miss by Orlando. In Toronto, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Here's Anunoby. Sinks that one from the post.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Fournier against Lowry. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. Once again off the mark, Orlando. For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to Charlotte. Van Vliet, right side. Lowry up top. Three-pointer. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Raptors in second.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
Here's Van Vliet. 20 points for him last game against Charlotte.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long. You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
The Magic trail by 6. Fultz with the ball. Oh, Vucevic in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Capable of finishing off those alley-oops. Throw it in Vucevic's area, and he's going to go get it for you.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
And Clark, you can see Nikola Vucevic following the trend of many other centers in our league. He's incorporating that three-point shot into his arsenal.
Well, how about these numbers, Greg? I mean, Vucevic was taking over 4 threes a game. That's like a perimeter player on some teams. I mean, he shoots a respectable clip from that range, but I think it's part of just trying to keep other centers honest as to why he shoots that many.
No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Raptors leading by 4. Got a piece of it. McCaw kicks to Thomas. Outside for Davis for three. That shot off. And Orlando will come the other way. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of drawing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they perform. And it paid off.
Oh, that was terrific.
My goodness. Putting on a show. Ross can elevate with the best of them.
And for the Raptors, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Here's Anunoby. Vucevic with the block. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. James Ennis, he'll check in for Orlando. Anunoby kicks to Davis. Anunoby has the open look, and the Raptors miss again.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Carter Williams. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Ennis. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Raptors with the lead. Anunoby passes to Davis. Now the pass to Boucher. And a miss there on the triple. Orlando's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Carter Williams dishes to Ennis. Back to Carter Williams. And Carter Williams slams it in.
And when you allow Carter Williams to get that close to the basket, he's going to throw it down. I mean, just a ridiculous athlete.
And here are the Raptors now. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer. Here's where Toronto sits right now in the league rankings.
And you gotta love how well they safeguard their offensive possessions. You see the ranking, second fewest turnovers committed, terrific ball handling, and smart passing.
Poked loose. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Here's Ross. Some nice ball movement by the Magic.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Toronto trailing. Now here's Davis. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Thomas. Over Ennis. And the Raptors miss again.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Ross kicks to Carter Williams. Back to Ross. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ennis. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
1:30 left to play here in the first. Here's McCaw. Carter Williams covering. Trying to get something going, and it's good for 2.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now Carter Williams. He's got 6. Passes to Bamba. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Thomas.
and you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's Clark with the rebound. Ennis taking his time here. Kicks to Carter Williams. Rebound by the Raptors. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Clark finds Carter Williams. Here is Ross. Bamba. It's good on the putback.
Boy, Bamba really a dogged rebounder despite his slight frame. He's got great length and timing, and his intensity is really impressive.
Here's Boucher. And again, no good by Toronto. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic lead by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Magic leading by 4. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Raptors 5 right now. Thomas is out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then there's Terrence Davis. And it's Bembry in at the 2. Here's Bembry. He dishes it to Davis. Pass to Baines. Knocked away. 5 on the clock. Davis inside. He's guarded by Ross. Thomas passes to Baines. And here's Boucher. Yep, that one goes in there. Boucher's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Raptors. Orlando leading. Carter Williams kicks to Clark. Back to Carter Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
The Syracuse alum, Carter Williams, a combo guard with really outstanding court vision and excellent speed.
The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Gordon's checked in for Clark. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Terrence Ross. Carter Williams hits them both. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Baines against Bamba. Ball's knocked loose. Thomas outside. No good on the shot. The Magic go the other way with it. Van Vliet wide open. And that one hits back iron.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Now here's Fultz. He's guarded closely. There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boom! At over 7 feet tall with bounce, Bamba, a great option for the alley-oop.
Raptors trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lob pass to Gordon. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's a look at some of the stats for Fred Van Vliet. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Orlando.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Thomas. The Raptors making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Isaac comes in for James Ennis, and Fournier subbed in for Carter Williams. And both free throws good for Thomas. Magic leading by 4. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Gordon finds Fournier. Back to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
The Raptors have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Inside, got a piece of it. 2 on none, no one back to stop this. Finishes the break with a slam.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Tries it from 9. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Raptors trail by 4. It's Powell on the wing. Guarded by Fultz. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Toronto. And a switch here also for Orlando. Vucevic, he's checked in for Bamba. Van Vliet against Fultz. From 10 feet out. And it's Gordon getting it to go. Gordon's got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And here is Van Vliet. 9 points in the game so far. And there's the pass to Baines. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Fournier. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Raptors trail by 7. Outside for Lowry. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, there was a time when three-point shooting was a liability for Lowry, but the guy has put in the time, and now he is a solid option from deep.
Back to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
It's stolen by Fultz. Outside Gordon with the shot. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul. Anunoby, he's checked in for Matt Thomas. On defense, the Magic. 6-point lead. Chalk up 2 there.
And just so crafty around the hoop. Lowry probably 6 feet at best, but man, he can slip inside and score with the best of them.
Vucevic the pass to Gordon. Fultz against Van Vliet. Fultz no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Powell. No good on that one. Great D that time from Vucevic.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Raptors.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Isaac. Here's Lowry. He has 7. Pass to Anunoby. Fultz against Van Vliet. Fultz with the ball. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. 8-point game. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Boy, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Three-pointer, Lowry. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. On the wing, Isaac. Another shot. Rebound by the Raptors. Baines has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Gordon, the pass to Isaac. Count that bucket. Isaac's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, I admire how Isaac fights through the contact there, man. Grit and grind on display. Not letting the defense tie him down on these shots.
Anunoby against Gordon. And stolen by Fournier. And now Orlando on the break. Lobbed up there for Isaac. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And so quick off the ground is Isaac. I mean, a huge target for his teammates when he's looking for that lob.
Raptors trail by 14. And the Raptors call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Toronto. Terrence Davis comes in for Fred VanVleet. Clark, he's checked in for the Magic. Terrence Ross comes in for Evan Fournier. Here's Davis. To the middle. Here's Lowry. And they pick up 2. Lowry's got 9. Here are the Magic now. Now here's Fultz. Pass to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Raptors trail by 14. Davis surveying the floor. Outside Lowry. Back to Davis. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. McCaw. That 3 off the mark. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Here's Gordon. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And Gordon over to help. Anunoby finds Davis. Clock at 6. Back to Anunoby. Second shot opportunity. Ross with the steal. Fultz the pass to Ross. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And that's a case where the deceptive strength that Ross has helps him score over the defense. You can't afford to take this guy lightly.
And Clark, when he comes in the game, you know that Terrence Ross is looking to score. That's his role, and boy, he relishes it.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's cut from the cloth of the old school bucket getters, where you know their primary objective and focus is to put it in the basket, and they do it a lot of different ways and at a high volume. So that's who Terrence Ross is. He's an explosive, dynamic, packs a lot of points in the short periods of time score.
And Terrence Ross, the wing from Washington, signed a 4-year deal with the Magic in 2019. The team loves what he brings as a 3-and-D type of player.
And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That's his first foul. Now Davis. Anunoby kicks to Lowry. Back to Anunoby to end the run. It's hauled in by Gordon. And Greg, with Ross, he's finally found his role. He's also a great finisher at the rim.
You know, he seemed lost early in his career with Toronto, but he has found a home with the...
Oh, what a dunk!
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
And here are the Raptors now. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Here's Boucher. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Pass to Fultz. Gordon with it. Fades back. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Anunoby. It's rebounded by Fultz. Fultz has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Bounce pass from Clark. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside for Davis, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
Well, as we just get started in this season, let's take a look at where the Magic sit in the NBA stats.
And that ranking in the steals category, airtight perimeter defense, is one of the things that makes this team go. Their aggressiveness, for me, sets them apart.
Bembry's checked in for the Raptors. Orlando also making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ennis comes in for Gordon. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Terrence Ross. 5 to shoot. Here's Bembry. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Clark, the pass to Fultz. That one goes in. Fultz has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Davis down low. Carter-Williams covering. And the Raptors miss again. The Magic leading by 21. The pass to Fultz. Back to Carter-Williams. 16 feet away. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Orlando. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us. You know, they wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they played well.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Well, Ernie, they had a ton of fouls. Jeez. And the points they gave up at the free throw line added up in a hurry. They got to calm down during the break and play much more control in the second half.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The Magic leading by 21. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Lowry against Fournier. Feeds it to Vucevic. Baines with the block. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Buries it down low. Lowry's got 11 points. Well, Orlando shooting well, 50% from the floor. Fournier against Lowry. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Now that is a terrific cut to the basket by Vucevic. I mean, really excelling in the pick and roll set.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Van Vliet against Fultz. Van Vliet kicks to Powell. Pass to Lowry. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
You know, this is the problem Gordon poses for defenses, guys. I mean, very dangerous and athletic on these drives.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
The former Arizona Wildcat, Gordon, is a high-motor player who gives great effort out there all the time.
He's perfect from the line this time. 90 seconds now into the second half. Poked away. Isaac with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And there's the feed to Fournier. Over Lowry. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got 7 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Lowry against Fournier, and the basket is good.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend him.
Passes it to Vucevic. And here is Isaac. Shoots over Powell. Here's Vucevic, and the layup's good off the glass. 14 points for him.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Van Vliet passes to Powell. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Fultz against Van Vliet. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
The Raptors making a switch here. Thomas is checked in.
One shot.
That free throw good from Fultz.
And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. He's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
Van Vliet finds Baines. In the corner, Powell with it. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Powell's got 5 now.
You've got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Van Vliet against Fultz. Outside Fournier. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Magic. They're right now in the 8th spot in the conference here in the early part of the season. And, of course, the Raptors, just a couple spots back.
And right now for the Magic, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that pack.
Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Fultz. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Van Vliet outside. Off target from three-point range. For Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Here's Lowry. And the Raptors miss again.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Fournier's shot is off. Here's Baines. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Vucevic. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Magic leading by 23. And here is Carter-Williams. He's got 8 for the 3. The Magic again can't hit, and the call will be against Fournier. That'll be his second foul of the game. Toronto's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And Van Vliet, here we go.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Pass to Vucevic. Isaac outside. Another miss by Orlando.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he's struggled so mightily.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Carter-Williams can't get it to go. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. How? Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists tonight.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Outside Fournier. Vucevic, the pass to Fournier, makes it off the glass. 9 points for Evan Fournier.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
Here's Van Vliet. He's got 9. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. He takes it up and lays it in.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Orlando leading by 21. Carter Williams with it. 8 points for him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Chris Boucher comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry. Orlando also making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Gordon. Ennis comes in for Isaac, and it's Ross in for Evan Fournier. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist from Bamba. Vucevic has got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, those finely tuned offensive skills possessed by Vucevic, punishing the defense, putting on a clinic.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
The Raptors have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the word is they challenge each other, guys. I mean, each and every one of them to improve their free throw shooting in the offseason. Held each other accountable in that area. And now you see the results individually and as a whole.
The Magic making a switch here. Clark's checked in. And so Van Vliet nails both of them. And so here's Orlando. Here is Ross. 5 points in the game. He kicks to Clark. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Raptors have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the 3rd. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you.
Shooting one.
Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah, and he gets it to go. Carter Williams has got 10 points.
Carter Williams is a wily, wiry athlete who finishes well through contact. There's little you can do short of fouling him to keep him from making these shots.
Davis against Ross.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Carter Williams with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Ross with a wide open look. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Van Vliet against Carter Williams. Van Vliet kicks to Boucher. And again, Toronto no luck.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Bamba. With the second effort, it's good. Bamba's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Count it, good.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Orlando's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Van Vliet against Carter Williams. Here's Ross. Here's Bamba. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You can just chalk up the points when these guys get to the line. Here are your top free throw shooters for the past month. 4th, Kyle Lowry. And of course, Terrence Davis.
They have both been unconscious from the free throw line. I mean, you could put a blindfold on them and it wouldn't matter.
And he knocks down the first one.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now here's Carter Williams. He's got 10. Kicks it to Ennis from the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Now the Raptors moving it up. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
And a quick review looking at some numbers here for Carter Williams. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Powell, he's checked in for the Raptors. Vucevic, he's checked in for the Magic. Markelle Fultz comes in for James Ennis. And the pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
You know, guys, it's really all about focus while under pressure. And right there, Bamba shows why that's a valuable trait to have.
And Clark, last season for Mo Bamba, another step in his progression. Still limited minutes. The team waiting for things to click for the young man.
Agreed. I mean, it's the offense that needs the most work, Greg, but they knew he was going to be a project. They knew this was going to be a work in progress with Mo Bamba, but his defense is already there. I mean, he can hit the glass and protect the rim with the best of them. Well, it's fairly obvious, but it's important that Bamba stays healthy so he can keep improving. I mean, his skill set and physical tools both are very impressive. His upside is way up.
Davis against Bamba.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got 9.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for the Magic. 1:24 left in the third. High post Vucevic. Back to Fultz. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Bamba's shot is off. The Raptors shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. And Michael Carter-Williams gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
He's off on the first.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
And he sinks the second. Here's Carter-Williams. He's got 10. 1:02 left to play here in the third. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Really hard to say enough about how good Carter-Williams is at spotting the open man. He's got excellent vision and just a nice feel for what they're trying to get done in their offense.
Carter-Williams against Davis. That shot misses.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
Here's Anunoby. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Ooh, that's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Fultz kicks to Vucevic. Ross on the wing. Vucevic trying to get open. Here's Bamba. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Both good from the line that time. So it's Toronto now. 17 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Davis kicks to Powell. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Down low. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
No higher percentage shot than that, guys. You love seeing Vucevic finish at the rim like that. Excellent aggressiveness there.
Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for Orlando. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Toronto shooting just 34% from the floor. We've got Chris Boucher, and it's Flynn in at the point, so that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Anthony taking his time here. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least
No
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday.
Tucson.
Free throw drops for Watson. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Chris Boucher. And a switcher also for Orlando. Gordon's checked in. Both free throws good from Watson. Now Anthony. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Three-pointer. Toronto grabs the miss. Baines has got 11 rebounds in the game. Right side Flynn to the inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final four teams. If it ensures the two best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the two best teams play for it all.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Orlando Magic.
Get there.
Pass to Birch. Down low, here's Gordon. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And here is Flynn, tipped away. He gets stolen by Aminu. And here's the fast break. That's tipped. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Watson dishes to Baines. Passes it to Flynn. And Baines kicks to Flynn. 6 to shoot. For Orlando, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Gordon against Flynn. Gordon, the pass to Anthony. Back to Gordon. Orlando moving the ball around.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
The Magic shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. And then Gordon with the dunk.
You give Gordon a chance to get out and run, give him room. I mean, this guy can cover ground in a hurry. You got to close out on him early, or he's going to make you pay for it.
And the Raptors shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Outside Flynn to the middle. Wants to get it to Baines and does. From 11 feet away. And again, no good by Toronto. The Magic have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Shots good by Anthony.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Pass to Watson. Back to Flynn. Here's Bembry. It's stolen by Ennis. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
The Raptors have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Anthony. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Flynn against Anthony. And there's the pass to Bembry. They could use a bucket. Orlando grabs the miss. Gordon's got 5 rebounds tonight.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Now here's Ennis, covered by Flynn. Ennis misses.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively. Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Watson for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Outside Anthony. The dish to Gordon. Inside. Here's Birch. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Flynn with it. Clark, a simple way to let the players be heard were the phrases they had on the backs of their jerseys in the Orlando bubble.
Yeah, I love the creativity of that, Kevin. Again, players being proactive and desiring to use the platform they've been given through basketball and their particular brands to speak to issues that resonate with them, issues of inequality and racial injustice, and to do so in a way that was unique and yet appropriate, I think is a win-win. I really do. Now, the conversation and slogans are important as a part of agitation, but now it's a matter of targeted, strategic action that can be carried out, not just by players in the league, but by all of us in our own circles of influence to effectuate change and make our world a bit better than we found it.
And he makes the first. And the Raptors making a change here. McCaw's checked in. Clark, he's checked in for the Magic. And Anthony drops them both. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Picked away. 3-on-3. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The shot by Birch, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here's Flynn. Pass to Watanabe. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by Orlando.
Now Anthony. Clark for three. It's hauled in by Watson. And it's Watson with the ball for the Raptors. Here's McCaw, and he banks in the layup. McCaw has got his first 2 points of the night.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Birch. Shoots over Baines. That one good for two. Birch has got 4 points in the quarter. Toronto's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Well, we know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
And here is Anthony. Clark outside. Launches a three. Flynn grabs the miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's McCall, covered by Anthony. It's stolen by Anthony. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Shooting two.
That's good from Anthony. And it's been said that history is written by the victors. It certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play five and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And here we go. Fast break. Flynn's got it. And there it is for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Back to Anthony. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Shooting two.
That's good from Anthony. And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
that's
tournament
a tough one, isn't it?
for the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Here's Baines. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
And that one misses. Orlando's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Pass to Birch. Here's Ennis. It's intercepted. And another fast break for Toronto. The Raptors are running. Here's McCaw. Baines trying to get open. No good from McCaw. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt, and they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest. But by the same token, you know, if I got $200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
And so Clark nails both of them. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the fourth. Flynn with it. The pass to McCaw. Just 4 to shoot. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Watson for 3. They grab their own miss. He gets it in there.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Orlando.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Vucevic.
I tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
Now, here's Aminu. Pass to Anthony. There's the 3. It's not going to go for him. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Another steal. Over to the left wing. Now Ennis. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Evan Fournier Hey, Evan, does a win like tonight's against this kind of competition show you how far you've come as a team?
Yeah, sure. You know, we obviously showing progress, but we want to be a very good team. We are very ambitious.
Nothing wrong with a little ambition, Evan. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.